Hello and welcome. I'm probably not very loud right now, but it will come when we are changing to the other scene. I have not changed the microphone on that one yet. Actually, I should probably do that, but I'm not really using it a lot. I'm actually only using it to now, and on this side, on this, it should be pretty okay. And there will not be any music, so could we please get that one away? And then we was losing the access to that one, of course. And it's nice and windy, the sun is shining, and we should probably not play this game, but who cares? If you are a kid, get out and enjoy the sun instead of playing the game. No, I don't think so. We was actually just painting a little bit before we were starting playing again here. Going back to paint with hot wax instead of the painting with paint, actually. So I think it's, yeah, in some way it's actually easier to make uh, do it with paint or with hot wax instead of paint, because of when paint is dry, it is dry. That's one of the good thing about it. But when hot wax is cold, you can still remove it pretty easy. You can heat it up again, except if it's actually drawing into your medium. And but that's required to do it in a little bit different way. That's actually require heat from the bottom. I can do that too, but the way I'm doing it, I'm making the heat coming from the top. So I'm using an iron and something like, yeah, what the fuck is the name of that? Like the thing you're burning in tree with when you are going to school. We did it in our school anyway. I don't know about you doing it anymore, but something like that. Just with some other tips on. Uh, that's uh, yeah, that's good to get the wax up in it and get it out on the paper. And why the fuck should this game take that long time to load? It's ridiculous long. Oh, finally. I fucking just talked 5 minutes about encaustic art and why I don't want to paint with paint anymore and going back to using the wax. That was actually the most of the loading time. So let us see what we can do today. I have actually promised my friend I will play some of that tank game with him. Uh, Probably most not because of he actually need help, but probably because of, yeah, not on now anyway, but probably in the future when it's going a little bit up. But I doubt it's a game for me actually. But now we're giving it a try. I don't know about we will actually live broadcast that part of it. I'm not sure of that. I don't even think I want to record it. So I tried to play that shit. What is in World of Tanks? I think the name of it is. I think I tried to play something with the ships. Uh, Tried it out a couple of months or something like that, but it was really not me. It was, yeah, people are just stupid in that kind of games. Actually, they are not really working together. The communication is terrible between the players. Uh, that's one thing, and yeah, that's probably one of the worst thing about it. Actually, it's probably the communication, as I remember it anyway. Why the fuck is that train not driving? Because of that shit train up there. I hate this way this system is with the train building. It's not really good. And my ears is already about to burn. So it will be a fucking long day, that's for sure. If my ears already is fucked, my voice is about to be fucked already. I got some drag this night, so maybe that's something wrong with my voice. I don't know. Last time I was to a doctor, he was telling me there was nothing wrong. I'm not sure if I believe him. But it should actually be a doctor that was knowing what he was talking about. It was a doctor specific for the fucking area about there. Mouth, yeah, what is it, what is it? What is it called? Health? No, that's probably not the right word. That's the Danish word for it. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, shrill? Nah, maybe. I don't know. Mouth and that fucking thing around that, down to the lungs, maybe? Around. Yeah, he was definitely not specialist in the lungs, but beyond that and up to the mouth. And the nose. Nose, mouth, and the fucking thing that's going down there. The thing you hit, it's attached to. I don't know what the fucking the name of that is. Uh, yeah. And he was telling me there was nothing wrong, so maybe it's just because I'm using my voice too little along the day. And I'm actually only speaking actually a lot when I'm doing this kind of video and then I'm losing my voice. That's great, but I don't know. Anyway, nobody was telling me I actually need to stop smoking, but we did. And why do we not get any people up there? 6 people, that's not enough at all. Where the fuck is all our people going? Why are they not getting... Too many criminals. Hmm. Which building has too many criminals now? 12%? So, then we have fucking just removed them. Whee! That was a lot of the criminals in that building. Let's see about we can remove or get some of them back. Because of we got a lot of the criminals over in the small building actually. It just looked like. Great. Let us see about we actually can move some of them out and building with maybe a space to them. And then get a smaller amount of criminality in that building. Anyway, because of we don't want to lose them if it's not necessary. But they are complaining about 12%. And of course it should not be that high, but it is. And it was because of everything was crashing, or really not? Yeah. So let us just let them. Unemployment too high? Should we guess on it that building out there? I don't care about how high your unemployment is. Just fuck off from my game. If I could fucking kill you, would have bombed you or something like that. I don't care. Execute you. Why is that not a possibility actually? That was used in this country that time to execute people that was not actually doing as they was told. What do we actually need a court for? I don't even think you really got a court at that time. You was just, yeah, you are fucked. You're coming with us. Oh no, you're coming in with us. You are fucked. That's probably more the right reason to, right way to say it. I don't really think there was that many people that was going to court that time. Okay, in that time it's actually the future, but uh, but if it still have been there, what the fuck happening here? I'm about to be yeah, tied up with my cable to my headset or hang myself. It was a while. About to get around my neck. Anyway, the neck. That was the fucking name he was probably looking for before. Neck, mouth, and nose specialist. Neck. That's more like sounds like the back of the fucking thing we're talking about. But I don't know. Uh, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. We should definitely have some people. 28. Hmm. And why should that be too low? No, paper. Okay. We want to get people going from there to there. Can you understand that, man? Uh, Let us send the half of them in that direction. And let us just take some people and move them from that person. Why it's not really splitting in them up a little bit better, but it's probably do it when it's actually has a equal amount between them. But now I want the people out here because if I need the workers out here. Because if I need them to go over here and fucking work. I don't care about that, so then they must out and work for the heat. Yep, right in this area. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nightmare. The both of them actually. Let us say we want number one to be a stop sign so they don't drive out before the other ones maybe. So stop should actually mean that one should be able to drive before the other one. I don't know. What I actually would like to do was actually maybe making a 3 to that one and 4 to... Yeah, 4 can be that one too if it should be. So 2 and 3 actually can drive. 1 and 4 should definitely stop and wait for a free lane. Uh, and that actually means stop too, just in a little different way, but this is seriously, you need to stop the vehicle, yeah, before you are driving. Again, then the vehicle need to be brought to a totally stop. It's not necessary on that one, but of course, if there's other vehicles that have the allowance to drive, they need to stop and respect that, as the two of them has the right to drive forward before the two other signs. And of course, it would be not be seen that much. It actually would be that two signs here that would have the allowance to do that. It would normally be that one and that one and that one and that one be stop, right? So because of one of the road will clearly be to drive in that direction here, but some roads has actually this. We have a couple in this city too that has some weird signs. Eller some weird, yeah, where you think, nah, that's not really right. But why not? It's just because of we're normally seeing that the other way. And sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's because of a parking slot or something like that that's normally doing the weird stuff, and it's pretty much easier to make weird stuff in the real world than it is in this game. Except everything in this game ending up to be a little bit weird because of it's not really working as we expecting it to. And something like this train that's fucking up around everything, that's not really fun. And that's even a signal that should have been giving that one allowance to drive, so why is it not driving? Oh, because of that shit train. Did not respect our building train, and yeah, I don't know. Of course, the building train should not be allowed to drive through other trains, but again, they are actually doing something for us, and I, I know I can put a change signal up, but still, it's ridiculous. It's necessary. Why do they not just do it so they don't break the fucking thing of the space the building trains need? And if they are breaking them, then the other train must turn around and drive away again. Like maybe that's too hard to do. I don't know, but I would think that would be the most logical thing to do. If a train is in a way from another train that's actually building, the building train should have the highest priority on the line, so other trains should actually move for them. Because of, yeah, that's the only thing that's making sense. And 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 the building train cannot figure out to get out from the line it's building on because of the train signals. Again, it should not accept the train signal at all because of when there's no train signals on the line they are building, they can figure out to drive 8 trains out there. Of course, when they are getting in the way from each other, some of them will just disappear and go back to the beginning. That's fair enough. I can live with that, but it's not acceptable. Uh, but still, it's better than it's actually blocking the train and the train is not going anywhere. As now here, because if we have a signal here, then the train is not driving into each other. If the train had touched each other now, one of them would have disappeared, and the only one that can disappear is actually that one, because of this one is driving from A to B. So the only thing we actually can do is trying to turn that around and ask that one to not accept the signals, and it's only one signal. It's not accepting it. So it's not because of, oh, you don't want it to accept the signals, but it's just continuing after it's passing its next signal it will, or after some time. I'm not sure of what it is. I think it actually needs to pass a new signal, and then that one will go off instead of it would be on that to I actually took it off again. That would be more fair. Because of if I'm asking a train to break the signal law, I'm probably not only asking it for breaking one. I would probably have it to break it in and out, and without I need to go back to it again. That that make more sense in my brain anyway. Maybe it's too hard to program into it, I don't know. I have no clue about how you are doing that. It has never really been something I like to type all that kind of code, and yeah, it's not me. But it would probably have been a really good thing to learn. We could probably have made a lot of fucking money on it if we would have learned it 30 years ago. In the schools, anyway. As they are probably learn a lot more about it now in the schools than we did that time. And that time we definitely do not even have a machine each we could use. There was maybe a room with some machines in for the whole school. 20 machines or something like that, and then you have 1 hour of that on a week or something like that where you could use that. So not really time to learn anything. Some of the best game that was on the market at that time was maybe that was maybe even too late. Yeah, that was probably 97. So we should probably go back to that. That's called North and South. That was a Amiga game. Or there was some kind of an oil game. That was a pretty good game too. And then there was a Pride game. There was not really any graphic on it in the city or anything. It was mostly typing. And then you could sail a little around with your ship outside. And I think there was a little bit of fighting with the ships too. Where I actually was allowed to firing the cannons. Maybe I'm remember wrong, but yeah, that's coming more and more back of that old Amiga games and Sega games. Yes, Sega. That was oh yeah, Super Nintendo. Actually, Super Mario with the Yoshi thing. That was actually one of the games we was playing too, and a couple more. Uh, but the game was pretty expensive for that time too. I think it was around 550 Danish crowns for one fucking game. It's not because of it has changed a lot, but the game was a lot smaller. It was fast to complete. Yeah, I think I played it for a couple of months since, and I was completing it in a couple of hours actually. Maybe because of I still remember the game, but probably not. It is pretty easy. Uh, but okay, it was the beginning of of that kind of games. Not because of the actually was continuing that line. He was making some 3D games, Mario games. That was not really me. On the next controller he was doing, console, yep, something like that. The fucking machine to play it on. Did we get more people out here or what? Not really. Hmm. What the fuck did all my prisoner goes? I don't care about the temperature in this building, it's too low, but why did they fucking remove all my prisoners? That's last year. Oh, last year, okay, maybe. So my prisoner's fucking off because of that's not heat enough. I understand that right? That's ridiculous. It's them that should fucking make the heat. Hmm. Okay. We need to figure out something out with this buses and trains and what are they doing actually? They are actually going back on the train again. That's actually pissing me off. I'm asking them to go out of the train and then they are fucking going into the train again. We have asked them to go out and then they are going out and then they're going in again. What the fuck is going on with that part of it? I know how to change that, but still, it's the fucking first time I have seen passengers go back to the vehicle because of you don't need to transport them home when they first have been on our work. Then they are just jumping home magically. So this is actually the first time. We should definitely not do that. Not that way anyway. If yep, and it's not actually accepted it. What the fuck? We didn't change anything else, did we? Oh. So one line. Good. It's that one we need to change it on. So no loading. Fuck out and do some work here. And everybody can fucking go over here, so I'm telling them to do. But no, we are just waiting here, we don't want to work. What the fuck is wrong with them? That's power on the station. They don't want to go over here and be loaded into a fucking bus. It's even closer than the other one. But because of we have told them Now to go over there and to be unloaded. But they are really not going anywhere. That's fucking weird. Okay. If they want it that way, I don't care. Is that the bus station? Probably. Then we are just doing it over there. Wait a moment. Yes. Let me just see number. No, it's workers actually, and he refused to go over there. Okay, I don't care. Then we are just doing it that way. Yeah, we don't need that one. Load everybody. No, now they can fucking figure it out to go. Are they ridiculous stupid or what the fuck? Or it's just some of them that will go now? Fucking ridiculous. Now we have fucking moved the... That's fucking ridiculous. What the fuck are they doing now? Now they're fucking running over to the train station. And over to the bus station when we change the fucking... Ridiculous. What the fuck is going on there? It's fucking just like the traffic out in the fucking real world today. Two person was trying to drive me down, and yeah, people is just, yeah, terrible to be in the fucking traffic. To respect it. One was just driving over in the fucking other lane and driving in, yeah, direction of what the other traffic was coming against him. I don't know why. And he was maybe driving something like 30 kilometers per hour or something like that into a place where you need to, not need to, but what the speed limit is 50. So, and then he was just driving over to the fucking different lane. At the same time, I was nearly trying to fucking drive around him. Then he was just dragging out to the other lane. Fucking weird person. Like I should drive through on the fucking other side of him or something like that. I don't know. I didn't do that. For sure not. I would not break the law on that way. And again, a couple of 100 meters longer forward, a people was actually driving past me with the over the speed limit, right against the fucking vehicle that's coming through him. So, yeah, people are fucking dangerous today. So I just think I'm keeping inside for the rest of the day. Then I will not be drive down and this day anyway. Get out from an accident. Temperature in this building is too low, and who cares? Just get some fucking workers over there. Oh, my workers is gone! Hooray! Oh, for fuck's sake, these fucking trains, it's fucking driving me crazy. Oh, every time we are trying to make a fucking extension of our line, it's always a fucking nightmare. And why the fuck is it? Yeah, why is it? It seems like it's fucking taking the worst entrance it can take, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Yep, fuck off. Why? That's no signals or anything there. That's a fucking dot, yeah, but it's a turning dot. It's not a fucking signal. But the fucking train is accept them as a signal. It is not, and it's fucking annoying. It's not the first time. So again, after you have built your line, if you don't will be in trouble with all that fucking dot on your line while you have connecting the train tracks, you need to remove them. You can remove them this way, but pushing that one on it, but we cannot do that in a turning thing, but as we are doing, we can like place this one on it and then we can remove it. But you cannot remove it if it's a train on the line. So if that's a fucking dot under here, you need to wait to from that signal to that signal. That must not be a train in that if you want to remove it. Yeah, just go in for Christ's sake, man. Go out and fucking push the other train out. We actually not require. Again, now they are accepted this as a chain link and don't want to drive in. Ridiculous. Just drive in and fucking push the other train. That's not even a train on the line. It's just because of a cross that's not even built yet. It's still it accepting the cross as it's built, but the cross is not even got one train track. It's not connected. I can actually disconnect it before the actually reaching it, and that's probably the best thing you can do to do that kind of stuff at the last moment actually, or in the beginning. So it would probably have been the best thing for me to put up a cross down here in the beginning, because then we could have controlled it a little bit better. But then we should still have waited with that cross up here, because of that cross would still make problems for us. And we could try to put up some signals, but yeah, it's not really good too. The best thing you can do right now is probably to be over it, and then we are using too much time on it, and yeah, we are not really getting getting done all the stuff we actually need to get forward uh, in it. I actually think that one is on its way home. Yeah, that one too maybe. So actually we are long behind what we actually need to make in rubles. We should make a lot more money. So we actually could get some discount or remove some zeros on our money as we did over here. I'm not sure for what we are paying for them right now. Nothing in the moment. Let us see out here. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's from rubles, and that's 1.5 million for five citizens. And here from, yeah, that's the same 1.2, so our money is starting to really be nothing worth anymore. And then we have the US $8 it's costing us, so that's pretty okay. I don't know why we are getting punished on the other side. Yeah, I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure. It's actually because of we are not producing enough of our own stuff now. We should have produced a lot more of our own stuff and earned money on that, or not used them anyway. To import too many criminals. That's not good. 13%, 8, 10, 7. Yeah, why is nobody emptying it out then? We have a fucking lot of vehicles that's just standing around. Garbage overfull. Why are they not just driving out and doing something? That's ridiculous. Why do we have vehicles standing still in here if that's garbage containers that's filled out here? That's not making any sense in my world. Even if they don't fucking could research it, you could just drive out and empty something. I don't care about it's full or what the fuck it is. I care about I don't want my vehicles to stand in here. Specifically, not the garbage vehicles. I want them to be out there and working and empty garbage. And then they can drive to the garbage field when they have no more space. But go out and work, go out and fucking empty. I don't want them to wait for a fucking full garbage container. Just go out and empty it. That's a lot of one that's full, and all of them over here have Yeah, should actually be able to biological waste. Let us see. It's over there. That's a space in. That's a lot of space in it. No reason why the Juns should be able to drive over there and put it out, put it off. But it's not seems like they want to do that. A lot of bugs in this game for sure. As I'm saying on my own side, I will not recommend to buy it, but because of all the bugs there is in this game right now, it's not really working good. Still, sadly enough, it is a fun game. Of course, in that, if you're looking on it with that eyes, yeah, you could buy it, of course. That should not be the. But if you are expecting a game that's working perfectly, don't buy it. Don't play it because you will be pretty fucked. You can probably go away from the test server and it won't work a little bit better, but many of the mistakes I'm talking about will still be there in that mode, as your citizen will not respect the 24 hours in a day rule. They will have 8 hours work time, 16 hours free time, and then you will have some travel time, and then you will just have some time that's not counting at all. So that's fucking weird. Uh, and the same thing with the vehicles. You will not really accept at they are driving or what they actually should drive. In my world, it's a big problem when they're telling me a vehicle is driving 80 kilometers per hour. Then and then we are checking it out, and we are finding out it would drive, yeah, a couple of 100 meters in an hour. When it's telling us it's driving with 80 kilometers per hour, it will drive something like 0.8 kilometers per hour. So yeah, that would be 800 meters. That's probably even too much. No, I actually think it was hitting around 800 meters. It actually 500 meters better than it was before on the last time, and that was actually 1.5 hour I was counting on that one, and I think it was not even getting over 300 meters. And of course, it was not a vehicle that was driving 80 kilometers per hour, but I think we was actually doing it from around here with the bus, and then it was getting over to there or something like that. Let us see. It was from there, and then it was putting a thing in there, and then over there. So yeah, 502. Yeah, that's actually the same thing I was getting last time. So 522 meters in 1 hour. Well, it's actually telling us it was driving around 60 to 80 kilometers. So yeah, that's not fair. And that's probably a lot of other stuff I don't really remember right now, but they have done something to get it to work, and this is fucking annoying. Nobody wants to go out and work in that fucking space where we actually sending them out. It's fucking annoying. We are collecting a lot of people down here. Nobody is fucking going out what you're supposed to do. Go. It's fucking annoying. No, we cannot figure out to do that. And now, why are the train not fucking driving? Maybe because of it's on break. And unsafe. For fuck's sake. No, no. Why is that train? What the fuck are they doing? That's nothing that's really blocking it. They should fucking just drive. They should not be that close to each other. It should not be a problem that's around the same distance between the fucking signals. And this fucking train up here. That's annoying. So, yeah, that will be damn expensive, but fair enough. If the other not want to do it, we need to get them to do it. Need some people to be going out there. Let me see which one is which. Yep. What station is that? So. Oh, okay. It's opened up over there. So because of our workers refuse to go into that fucking building, our fucking prisoner refused to go into that building. It's fucking ridiculous. And we should probably buy a race truck to that building alone because of that building really want to fuck up if it have the possibility to do it. And if it don't can do it that way, it will probably tell us that John do not can collect the waste and end up on 515 and then starting making normally waste, but we have hazard waste, so that's fucking weird too. So now we are just buying a race truck to that alone. Because of it has already killed a couple of my cities a couple of times before we figured that part out, and we need to do that to get it to work. It should actually not be necessary because of that, one should actually empty it out, but no. We don't want to do that. So this is actually the city I'm talking about here. We actually ended up with building a fucking heating plant more, just to be sure. Because of they really like to fuck it up with this. Yeah. Trying to fix some of all that problems. And another thing they need to fix, it's actually we need some moving water instead of this, so we actually can place a water source up in the mountain that will run down and keep running. And if it water not can run away, yeah, then it will just make a flooding, and then there will be some space you don't can use on your map to actually, yeah, correct it. Because of it would probably be something you have tried to block if it's doing that. So you have tried to make the river small or something like that. Uh, oh, my citizens fucking leaving the station, finally. Oh, not all of them, but it's fucking ridiculous. They are not doing as they are told. And now some of the citizens from over here, it's actually going over to that station there. Yeah, great. We should probably have placed that one something like over here or something like that, but yeah, that's. But who could tell this station didn't want to work as it's supposed to work? And as it's working right now, anyway. But I doubt it will do it when we are turning the back to it, and now it's starting to get heat outside, and now they are getting the workers, or some of the workers anyway. Hmm. With them now that no workers at the station, the concrete plane cannot blah blah. So no workers, no workers. Oh, that's workers. But why do we not? That's workers now. So no workers on the station. Do that one say the same thing? No, both of them is working on the same fucking thing. So yeah, of course this one picking the workers up another place. Okay, that should actually have some workers on it. Because of we actually asking all our workers to go over there. That's coming in, but it's not really accepted. It seems like the 200 of them will not go over there even if we are forcing them to go over there. We're actually telling them to go over there. That can be 2,000 people on that station. They should not decide about they can be working or not working. They should fucking just do as I tell them to do. And not, no, that's no more work, so we won't go over there. We will travel back with the train if you would allow us to go into the train again over there. But no, we have not giving them allowance to do that. So now they are just waiting here for some hours and then they will go home or something like that. I don't know. Now they will. Now that was enough work for them. So, but not sure what on the next one. No, they will not move. They're just standing over there. So that's ridiculous. Go over to the fucking bus stop and be transported around with the buses. That is more than one bus. So it's ridiculous. Stay in the bus till you get fucking transported home alone. What do we have here? Something that definitely needs some vehicles. That's a distributions office, but what did I actually build that for? Probably to support the other one. Uh, on the workload, but I don't think we need a dry thing, dumper, no, oil tanker probably. And yep. And as I'm seeing it, that one can actually be loading some fuel into that one, and that one can actually load some fuel into that one. That is not a bad deal. Yes, so stupid they don't can fucking figure out to fill fuel on their own fucking station. I don't get that. It should just happen automatically if you have a fucking oil vehicle connected to that one, and you have it connected to some fuel. As if it already can pick fuel up from this station here, why can it not figure out to take a fuel tank home? Why do we actually need to set another station up to do that? That's ridiculous actually, because of it should just do that for free. That should be a free service that don't really require the fucking yeah, 1 out of the 20 here. It should just do it. Oil vehicle connected to the oil thing, or connected to the load fueling thing. It should just bring fuel back to the fucking distribution center it's coming from. It would be lovely if it was that way. Of course, we are always ending up to build more distribution centers anyway, but it would be nice if it actually was that way. So we don't need to. Yeah, now we need to use 2 out of 40 delivery spot to deliver to A and B station. And now we are starting to get okay. Problem with the buses. I need to make some money, so I probably need to send some ships off. Because of after the game was crashing down on me, I cannot really build the stuff fast enough and not go out of money. Probably because of I didn't build enough, I'm not selling enough, and yeah. It's actually a little bit fucked. I'm importing too much probably and exporting too little. I don't know, 300 million, so yeah. And what about this one? 255 million, yeah, 25. So that's saying something about our money. It's not really anything, have any value. Yeah. So what we did something wrong in all of this playing around with the garbage field. So we can always hope on a new update, so we actually need to start all over again. Probably not. And I don't know, maybe we should build the fucking railroad a lot faster next time, even if we try to build it as fast as we could to get out here, but we really didn't get the city up and running out here. And this was probably the city we really need to get up and run. But again, you need to have an eye on every construction site you're sending your train out to, and it's fucking annoying. And if you don't do that, you can use years on the fucking building of a train line because of you are thinking, oh yeah, it's going pretty okay, and then I will just return in a moment and have a look, and then you're forgetting everything about that. And then certainly you will come back. The only good thing about it is it seems not like the fucking people from this kind of from that part of the world. It's actually more criminal than the other part is. I just think it's just something about the yeah, something about that. It's actually a student room in the class, and you can get an education pretty fast. Get on to the next part of the education system, and then about you actually can get some work. And I have really not set it up pretty nice. That's for sure. This one, it's really messy over here. How the people is getting delivered and that kind of stuff. It's really weird. And now one fucking train is blocking everything because of the waiting on that one. So this one will not drive in. It's fucking ridiculous. That one. And that one is not yet built, so great. And now it's fucking just the next one that's fucking up. So it's nearly impossible to build on multi-plat side at the same time because of, yeah, then you need to go back and all the time and correct the fucking train lines. That's one of the reasons why I actually don't want to have more than one train building station. Could you see we have fucking 8 trains over here that could come, and then we have 8 trains more over here, and then we are starting building something here. Then that's 16 trains that's coming out and fucking blocking everything. No, thank you. 8 must be more than enough to block it, and 4 for that matter. I would actually have preferred 4 and 4 digging machines, but it's not really working that way. Yeah, okay. You have definitely have the problem for a long time because of. So why the fuck are they first complaining about that now? This station have been closed for 5 years maybe or something like that, and now he is complaining about he have no work. Hmm, fucking weird. But fair enough. That's a lot of bugs. That's not making any sense. And we're just trying to fucking get the city to work. It's nearly impossible. Cities, more than one. One of them we have too many criminals in. One of them the fucking oil heating plant will not really work. And in this one, the people will not really, yeah, travel out here, giving themselves water, sewage, and yep, no workers. Even if we are sending a fucking amount, a lot of amount of people out here, but no, not necessary. And it's actually the first space going from. Okay, second, but you're going from here. But everybody cannot be put off here again. So there will still be people that's traveling to the next station. And then you would, yeah, that one should definitely not be before. So that must be a mistake. It seems like it's not really showing which way it's going. It just seems like it's going down. But I'm actually thinking it's going out there, yep. And then it's going out and doing that. And then it's coming back and then it's going down. And of course that would probably be a problem to actually deliver any people out here. It looked like it would be because of none of them it's going out there. Yeah, okay. This is definitely not working in that way I wanted to. So let us do it in a little bit different way. Bus, do that. No, they have changed that again. And who cares? Just fucking. We can only do that if it's if it's the whole line we are doing it on. It's ridiculous actually. Or if we are sending it in there. But what do I want to? I actually want them to drive to different stations. And the most important is actually that one. So let us begin with that. Uh, yeah, you don't need to go to that. So now we have one vehicle that's going to that. Yeah. Of course, we should have more. Uh, and it seems like our bus, or our garbage truck has arrived. Uh, yeah, ridiculous. Not fair enough. Just wait for load. Nah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let us just let it wait for it to be loaded, I think. Then we should figure it out to find a line that's only have one bus. It should not be that hard. And it's even the right one. And then we should put this tree on them. Good. So now we have 4 buses on that line. I think I was saying trained, but not that important. Let us see where that one is going. It's going to 3 stops. Yeah, okay. Hmm. And that was actually that station there, yeah. We actually don't want that bus line to load vehicles on that station anyway, so that's probably right. Then I want... Yeah. Yeah, it's... Nah, I don't believe you. Then fuck out here and work if you don't can get food. I've not asked you to work other places. Then you're the closest place you can work. But no, we don't want to do that. And again, this system it's totally fucked because of now we are sending 252 people out to work in IKEA or our food store. Call it what you want. The guys that has made it are calling it IKEA. Fair enough. They are not really, yeah, probably selling a little bit of food now, but it's probably most in the lunch areas. Or else it would be mostly fucking stuff to put into your home. But fair enough. It's actually a nice building anyway. He has done there. She or he or what it is that has made it. Maybe it's a computer program that actually has made it. Who knows? Some of them it's starting to get pretty smart with viruses and what they can make for you. Even if they're telling you they don't can AI don't can make viruses and bombs and that kind of stuff. Some other people say they can. If you just type the right stuff into them, it would be possible for them to actually explain or actually do malware on your machine you actually can use. That's really scary to think about. And a program actually can make that. So you don't even need to write it anymore. It can just do it in seconds, minutes maybe, I don't know. But if you want to see what I'm talking about, you can go in on that Y-Files and see some of the episode around about that. AI taking over the world, or what it's called, something with AI anyway. It's pretty, and it's one of the newer episodes actually. And if people don't know it, it's a good, yeah, it's actually a good, it's a good channel on YouTube actually. I like it. I have seen the most of the episode a couple of times, and some the reason why I've seen it a couple of times is mostly because of it's running just next to me when I'm playing and not talking. I have dropped my TV channel pack a long time ago. No reason for paying a lot of money for stuff that's really not, yeah, not worth paying for, actually. Oh yeah, you need to pay a couple of thousand to see our television channel, but we are filling it in fucking yeah, that fucking thing. You need to go out and buy that, and you need to every fucking 15 minutes, but we still need to pay for it. But that's a fucking a lot of yeah. What is the fucking name of it? I cannot remember it right now, but it's pissing me off. Anyway, you need to pay for the fucking television, but they are putting more. On Danish, it would be reklamer. I don't. I'm not sure of, but yeah. Appetizers? Nah, I don't know. Nah, that would definitely not be the right word for it. I think it sounds more like something we are eating. But it is like then when a program is just breaking before or ending, then they are making 5-10 minutes of yeah, of really stuff that's not should be in a fucking paying channel. That's for sure. This should just continue to the next one. We are paying for the fucking allowance to see that shit. That's not really fair. On YouTube, I can just, yeah, just push on the fucking YouTube mark and then the real, yeah, that marketing thing, it's jumping back to the fucking front page and we can more or less get around that fucking break thing it's doing. And YouTube is even doing it a lot now too. It's fucking annoying with all that fucking break they're putting in. Even on my side, and I don't fucking allow it. I don't make any money on it. And yeah, so that's even more annoying. And yeah, doing that now, just making break in my not in the live thing, but in the other stuff. I've seen that they're actually making a break, and then they're showing that kind of shit I don't want them to show because of why should they show it on my channel? I don't make any money out of it, and yeah, so why should people that's going into my channel be annoyed by that? I have not asked for it, so I've definitely tried to get around them to do it and not allowed them to do it as much it was possible to do that in the setup. But it not seems like it's working anymore. Or maybe it never did. That many of my own videos I'm actually not going back in and taking a look on. So maybe it has always just fucked around with me and not really worked. Yep. Too many criminals and we are just moving them out to the country. Should we see about we can get some of the worst one moved over here? I don't know. 8%? Nah. That was actually not too bad. Oh, we don't want them to move back in. Huh? So now we're just trying to buy some other citizens. See about this criminal want to fuck off or what? Because of the police don't want really to do anything about them. Like a lot of the other stuff in this game not working as it's supposed to do. And my ears is about to fucking burn. I need to buy my new microphone. But it will happen in 15 days or something like that. Not because of I don't have any more money, but the last of my money I should probably use them to live on the rest of the month. It would probably be the best thing instead of using the half of it on a microphone. I don't even get any money to buy for back in on buying. So no reasons to do that now. If I actually have made some money on this one and people actually have made some donations to PayPal, it would actually go to some kind of equipment, but nobody is doing that, so fair enough. It's not a requirement or anything. It would just be nice. We are using a lot of hours. We have a lot of concerts that actually have helped people in the years back here. Oh, it's looked like that, the way it's actually have been looked on from the people has been in and looking on the Sea Dogs missions and how I did it. And of course, it has not ever been a requirement to do a donation. And of course, I understand why people don't want to do it. I don't want to do it myself, so I'm not paying for any other channels I'm looking at on the YouTube. I've looked a little bit of that Patreon thing. They are talking about some of them. I don't know about it. It's been there for 5 years now, something like that. But what is this Neil deGrasse and that other comic thing he is making his stuff with? Uh, what was it? Was it something with funny or he has a weird name too? He's a comedian, and I think his name is ending with funny or something like that. That just seems like he has actually have changed his last name, but who knows? Of course, that's allowed to do in the most country anyway. So, but if you are that funny and you actually are a comedian, but you need to change your name to have a ring of you actually are a comedian, then you cannot be pretty funny. But he is not very funny actually. Chuck, Chuck Nice. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, like Chuck Norris. I'm Chuck Nice. I don't know why we are getting a combination with a comic comedian on that name, but maybe because of he's trying to to use Chuck Norris's name, Chuck Nice, Chuck Norris. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. I don't like him anyway. That's for sure. He's actually fucking that up more than he actually is good for it. I think. I think it's Star Talk or Star something with Star with Neil deGrasse, something like that. I can really not pronounce his last name. Some of it's pretty okay, but that Chuck Nice, it's actually yeah doing it. You don't want to see a lot of it. He getting too much. I actually try to see the program whether it's another comic guy that's helping him instead of that dude. And then he has like to drag the not the racist card, but he's like to talk about black people and how they are getting mistreated and blah blah and blah blah, and it's getting too much actually. It's probably right, but uh, yeah, it's just getting too much. And two black people, it's actually talking about that kind of problem, and and it's not really any reason to do it in the programs all the fucking time they're doing it. It's just getting yeah. It's just a reason to just get off and find another program to look on. Even if the other dude is actually pretty good to listen on, and he is taking like he is telling a lot of good true stuff. I don't say the other thing it's not true, but it's just getting too much to listen on every time. Probably as I'm doing, I'm talking a lot in the same about yeah the same stuff in the videos. What's going me on, or what is wrong with this game, and blah blah and blah blah. And yeah, like trying not to call the Sims in the game for citizens. Yeah, now we are going on to citizens. That's a little bit better than calling them people. I don't really can accept it to be people because of it's a program in the program in the program that's actually trying to be yeah not a person but a sim if it should be or a citizen in this simulation. We could call them that too, but I cannot accept to call them people when my brain just listen to it. It's wrong in so many ways, even more because of the not really working as the if maybe if he was working as the supposed to was actually accepting the 24 hours rules and that kind of stuff, then I would maybe have it a little bit easier to call them people, but uh, if I should call them something, it would be more robots or yeah, and robot would not be the right thing too because of it's not that they're trying to be. So, but in the end, is it not what it actually is? Some kind of a robot because of the whole machine. Machine is not really a robot, but yeah, you probably know what my problem is in this. It's most in my brain and it cannot accept to call this for people because of it is not people. Even if they try to be in the game, but still it's just a fucking dot on the thing that's indicating it is something of a workforce. Uh, yeah. No, did we not build that out here? Probably not. 28 out of 80 can go out there. That's not really good. And another annoying thing is actually that one should not be allowed to go there. I don't care. It's not allowed. It's only fucking bus routes that's allowed in there. But nope. And even the fucking 7-ton mark, they will not really accept that. Oh, I maybe removed it or what? Nope. In both direction, it should not be allowed. That they will fuck on. Place roads and no heavy goods vehicle other than supply. It's not that we have taken. If that one was put in, I would not say the garbage trucks not should drive there, and the supply trucks should of course drive there, but we don't want them to drive there. We only want the buses to drive in there, actually, because of other vehicle will block our bus line, and that's what we are trying to prohibit. Yeah, trying not to get them to do, so our buses can get in and out fast. But they do not really. Finally, 50 fucking people and some prisoners too. Great, and workers better in a. Yep, a problem on that. We knew that would be a problem because of this system. It's not really working because of what should I put the fucking rest of the people up? Again, set it as when we are building a building. I will just show it again. We are putting in a building, build that. Nope, this should be low, medium, or high priority. That should be the fucking same for the workers and not be controlled from the building. So we need to. Oh yeah, you don't 100% there, yeah, but I only need 10 people there. So then we need to figure out what is 10 people out of 200 and now 48 or 257. We know 10% is 25.7, but it's not everybody that can count that. Or if it's another, and that's 25 people. And yeah, so I would say we should use around 12% in that one, because then we have to put 3 shift in it. And again, they are working 8 hours, so it would be around 12% or something like that, I think. Then we would have around 30 people. Uh, Without really calculating the 2 last percent, it's easier just to calculate 10% and yeah, then you actually just need to remove or put in a fucking dot right there, and then you have the 25.7. 50% is the half of them, of course. But a lot of people is not good to that kind of math. I think the most people can figure this out. I was just telling them there, but the most people is not all of the people. And again, it would be a lot easier to have that low, high, and medium. So of course, police station should probably be medium. That fucking courthouse should be medium. Something like the church and the gym should probably be low priority. The same maybe with that. This is a movie theater. Should probably be low to medium. Of course, this one should be a high one because of the need food. The fire station should definitely be a high one. And then it's okay, we can change how many people we actually want in there and to work there. That's good. But the system where you actually need to put the fucking building up and put it out in percentage, it's terrible. And I think it was something that should have been used in the 90s, and it should have been kicked out on the garbage field long time ago. Hello. Yeah, you eat potatoes in Denmark too and in Ireland, but yeah, we are not really making potatoes. We are making some kind of grind. It's not really telling us what it is to it, other than actually crops, and it's mostly look like some kind of uh, corn, like they are making it in US out of that fucking corn, yellow stuff with the green in the bottom. That's not the way we are making our flowers in this country. We are making that out of corn, as in the most of Europe, I think. They are not really doing it in that fucking mice culp. I think it's called mice in the most countries' language, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but that fucking yellow stuff, it's look like there. Maybe I'm looking wrong at it. Maybe it's just a corn crops, but crops can be many things. That's not necessary only to be one kind, but it mostly look like to be one kind. And my ears, it's fucking burning. And the microphone is not really good if I don't have it what it actually is right now. I could probably change it so just turning a little bit up on the different thing, but the only good thing is that it's actually pretty windy and I get a little bit of wind in here while I'm sitting. Not enough actually. I should probably move it, but over to the window. So I was actually getting hit by the wind when it is there, but the dog has actually access to the window and he can jump up to the window, so I cannot really block it. It's one of the ways it's looking out of the house a lot. The same thing he has into in my bedroom. He has access to the window in there too. That's actually turning out to the road where people actually is. And the other window it's actually to the neighbors on the other road. So he can actually follow what they are doing. Because of I don't let him go out alone and be outside alone. Not because of I don't trust him. I do. But I don't trust the people around me. So my dog is definitely not getting out alone. And I actually think it's a really wrong thing to do. Just get your dog out, get a dog and then let it go out alone and then coming in, and I have it better with actually have it under control when I'm outside with it. And under control can be in the leash or without it. That's not a problem. Uh, if the dog is under control, or actually in this country you actually that's the same rule for cats and dogs. So if you don't can keep them on your own ground, you need to have them in a leash, so they don't run into the neighbors. But the cat owners, no, we cannot do that with our cat. Our cats need to be out and running around. Yeah, but your cat need to be on your own ground and it's not allowed into my ground. I'm actually allowed to take it and call it my cat and go out and put it down. If it is, but a lot of people actually forgetting that. And people that don't really like the cats in their ground can actually catch it, see about somebody is owning it, and if it's not really marked in some kind of way it should supposed to do, you can actually do that, and you can do it with it what you want because now it's your cat. So yeah, and it's fucking annoying to get that cat's piss and shit everywhere in your garden, and and that part where you're actually killing birds and going into the nest and that kind of stuff on the birds, not acceptable. But try to tell a cat owner that's seriously think he has the right to put his cat out without it's it's only staying on his ground. That's a fucking nightmare. And it's a nightmare to get somebody to actually give them a ticket for just kicking their cat out of their home without having it under control. That's nearly impossible actually. So it's a ridiculous rule actually. Law. It is not a rule only, it's a law. So you can actually get a ticket, you can get punished for it. But the way you actually get most punished is if another person actually take your pet and actually stay calling its own and can do what he want or she want because of you didn't do the right stuff with your animal, and you maybe not which you didn't put it in your name, so if it actually was being driven down or did some damage, and yeah, then people would not be able to find you and get you to pay for the damage the animal has done, as you actually supposed to do. But that's maybe the reason why the most people don't do it and then just put the cat out because of nobody can really get it back to them. But when the cat is getting driven over or something like that, for sure people are, oh, why? Yeah, why are your cat getting driven over of a fucking car? Maybe because of it. Maybe because of it is a place where it's not supposed to be. Or it is a place where it's not supposed to be without you. Have it in a leash. Yeah, but you cannot put a cat in a leash. Yes, you can. Or you can put it into a fucking thing you are putting dogs into. Cage. That's some special thing for cats, so they don't can leave it. Well, yeah, I don't know what the name of it is in English, but it would be a really good thing for cats owner to do. My sister has actually built one of them because of she don't want to lose his cat. The cat she is the owner on because if it's a white cat, it's a special cat. So if it's actually running around out there, that's a big possibility for other people to steal it, even if it's restricted in his in in the name of she own it, and it's not. It is more. It has a better insurance than I have on me. That's for sure. Uh, so she is protecting the cat she own in the right way. She is doing it as it's supposed to do. Uh, she even going some walk with it too in a fucking leash too. Sometimes probably not that much as she did before, but she still do it sometimes. It was more the old cat she was doing that with. Now she built that one. And before it was a little bit different, but they were still keeping it on their own ground because of it was a special cat they got. Pretty expensive. So it's not something you actually want to have running around out with the other animals and out of the cars and that kind of stuff because of that's too big risk of it's going wrong or dying or anything in that direction. And a dead pet it's never a good thing for anybody that's owning it. Not if they like their pets anyway. I know how sad I'm being every time I need to put a pet down. Mostly dogs, always dogs actually. I am not really a cat person, but still, we need to protect them and be sure of sick people is not doing wrong stuff to them when we are not looking. So that's the reason why I'm always looking when my dog is outside. I don't want sick people to get near my dog and do stuff they don't need to do. Poison it, yeah, fuck them, or what the fuck sick people can figure out to do. It's only a couple of years since it's actually getting not allowed to do that in this country. It's sick. It has not been illegal to fuck your animals. What kind of sick rule is that? And yeah, I was really surprised when I figured out it didn't was. I was only figured it out when the law actually was coming up, when he was actually putting the law out, and it was not. I've always been sure of it was not legal to do that kind of stuff. It's sick to do. So yeah, and yeah, I was shocked, and I'm still shocked over it have been that way, and people actually have done that. It's yeah, saying more about the people that's doing that kind of stuff than in the law actually is needed to be there. But I understand why the law should be there to protect the fucking animals, but yeah, some people is just sick in the heads. That's for sure. But this area look like it's working a little bit better now. So maybe we can start building. It's not complaining that much about criminals anymore. Maybe we are lucky to get it down. Uh, we should maybe try to remove some of all the bad cases they never would have a chance to solve it anyway, and then actually get it down to what you have a chance to get in front of the criminal again. But it's not seems like it working that way. It seems more like, oh yeah, we are giving you old cases again, just with a new put in. I'm not sure about you doing that, but it's working a little bit like that. Or maybe it's just because of we actually have too many criminals. So they are keeping doing criminal stuff. That's actually a lot of murder that was not being done anything about here. And then I just think that's a problem with the police up in this area too. But that's maybe not, but we have 4 or 5 police stations in this area and it's not the small ones, that's for sure. So yeah, yeah, 40 and 60. That one too, right? That's a 60 man or 90 people. Is it actually? I think this is should be the people that's actually not running around in uniforms, and this one is the uniform people that's actually driving and should go around on. So this is more like criminal investigation, and this is just the guys that's actually nope, the Sims that's actually taking the report of the criminal, and then some of them up here need to go out and investigate it. I don't know about it is that way, but maybe it should be like that the police officers is actually doing both of the thing I was just saying, and the police staff is actually doing the paperwork. I don't know. As I understand it, I would say police staff making the paperwork and the police officers is actually taking and making the reports and taking the complainings from the citizens about the criminal we have been, yeah, the thing we actually are deleting now. We was actually deleting probably a lot more than we actually needed. Not enough over here. Fuck. Just need to use the other hand and another finger. Uh, it's a fucking lot to delete. Where we are getting down to the moment, then we actually have a chance to do something about. But when everybody else is in the top, then you will try to use them, and then the other one will actually go down in chance to do anything about them, to do anything about the crime. Then it will end up to 5% before they actually getting to do anything about it. That's the problem with this system here. Maybe the limitations should actually be a lot lower or going a lot faster out. So we actually could get rid of this problem here. And yet I'm trying to work on a case that's no chance to do anything about anymore. And then it would actually be nice to have the possibility to sort them out of after this, so I could sort it from limitation or investigation or chance, so I actually could put them in that direction. It's just showing it is the possibility to do, but it will not allow us to do it. I would say it is when it's showing it this way, we should actually have been able to push on them and it would actually have changed it. But nope, it will not do that. And over here we have a lot of no chance again. See, that's investigate 95%. And then there's probably come some new cases in or something like that. And then, yeah, I don't know why it's just jumping over that. It's again have a weird way to do it. See, that one has never been investigated and it's only on 12% or something like that. That's, yeah. Again, weird system. Need to be reworked and actually figured out a way whether it will do it in another way. It's working pretty good when it's working, but if it's going into this kind of stuff we are in now, it's a problem. Because if it's just keeping stacking them up and nothing will happen, and if you're building a new police station, you will end up with the same problem. You can see we have built fucking 5 police station up here with us. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have number 5 over here, but we deleted that for a hospital. Because of if 5 station can help me out in this area, then 4 must be more than enough anyway. 1 should actually be enough if it was working. And it was actually working on the station as they're supposed to. But they are not. 99 minutes! And nobody is looking right now, it's telling me. So it may be time to take a little break. What did we actually... Oh yeah, we was jumping over if. So we didn't end up on F12 or something like that. And we are already typing big. And then it must be G2. That sounds like some security company. Go to your home. G2 something. I don't